Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Smart Tech introduction session. So, Smart Tech basically is also known as the customer engagement platform provided by Netcore Cloud. Today, we are going to understand the key concepts of this tool, how the complete full stack panel gives you a liberty to create your own database, create your own segments, manage your content, creatives, and of course, the most important thing, how to engage your customers through the communications happening across 8 channels that we have over here in one single platform. So let's start with that. The login URL for this platform would be login.netcoresmarttech.com that you can see in the URL over here. Once you get this page, you have to put your account name and the credentials, which has been shared to you by the support staff team of Netcore. So once you log in over here, we get the entry, and that's the first page which you see over here. This pretty much makes sense once you have got your website, your mobile app, and your other digital assets connected. And this is basically a page where you can see a lot of stuff which can give you a clear idea how your communications, how your digital interactions on the website or app are performing. So we can select all the options over here and click on save. So you get a dashboard. This is basically a delight dashboard for any marketing manager, someone who handles the platform, as well as someone who has invested into the platform. So here we can see this gives a clear idea how much app installs I have got over last 1 week, and where do I stand today, how many customers reinstall the app. Then we have the revenue contribution. Now this basically is a dream feature anybody would like to have, because once you spend a good amount on the platform, you always want to get the benefit, or you want to see the revenue benefit coming out of this platform. So this particular feature over here provides you with the information on how much of revenue you have generated and how much this particular tool has contributed in your overall business. So here you also see information about your last 24 hours campaign broadcast performance across all the leading channels. We also have a key Raman Insights review, which is basically like a personal marketing assistant giving you an update about the daily performance of your website activity or maybe your app activity. Of course, this is a preview. We'll go much deeper into it to understand how this actually works in the real world. And then you have the contact summary, which is basically how many customers you have reached out, or you can reach out actually, in terms of communication. So how many mobile numbers you have, how many email IDs you have in the system, how many app token IDs or web token IDs you have in the system. And of course, the most key important thing is how much MAU you have reached, because MAU is going to be the key factor which decides your bill, your payment, right? So commercially, it is very important figure to know. Now, if you see, there's a small summary of your conversion events as well. So for any business, be it e-com, be it BFSI, any business. So the key concept for purchasing this tool is to get some kind of business on the website, or maybe business on the mobile app. So over here, if I take example of e-commerce, so for an e-commerce company, the most important thing is, how much of checkout or product purchase has happened on the website or on the app. So this figure gives me an idea that where I have reached for this week or this particular day, and If I need to go for details, I can click on this behavior dashboard. It will let me know the details of the product category as well. Then we also have the contribution of personalization in the uh, campaign engagement as well as in the overall product purchase activity. We'll go, uh, much deeper into it when we discuss the personalization feature. So that was the home page. Now, subsequently, there are other pages which are, you know, more engaged in the details of the campaign, details of the behavior. So here you can see if I talk about overview of how my email has performed. So this figure gives me an idea what is the best day, best time, which has seen the highest number of open rates or click rates. Along with that, I also have my week-to-week performance or day-to-day performance in terms of send rate, open rate, and click rate. Day-wise, week-wise, or month-wise. Then I have a behavior dashboard. So this is basically, the detailed page where you can see the event performance, the app event performance. So I can see if I'm getting the maximum purchase happening, maximum events, if I want to monitor a particular event, which was the day when I saw the maximum number of conversions happening, or which product gave me the maximum number of conversions, and what were the environment details of the customers who have done this activity. So for this, I can go to this page and I can quickly have a look on the conversion events performance over the last 1 week, last 1 month, and also I can subsequently go ahead and select parameterized view. Let's say for which category I saw the maximum number of conversions happening, or let's say at which time of day I saw the maximum number of conversions happening, and also the frequency of the events. And along with this, as I told you, we have other details like what type of users gave me the best performance, what type of device or system they have used, and what type of environment details, basically like which device, which app version, or which kind of website browser they have used, even which kind of mobile brands and mobile model as well. So pretty much very important if you are trying to analyze the customer behavior and trying to understand what makes them purchase the products, which kind of environment suits the website interface or the mobile interface. So this is basically one of the key pages which any app marketer or web marketer would love to have a look at. Then you have the revenue dashboard, which actually gives you the uh, contribution of Netcore into your overall business generation. So you can see the number of transactions happened with help of smart tech, number of customers that have transacted, and also the contribution of each channel into the overall business generation. So that you can see over here, because this decides where do you have to improve and where you have to invest more, so that you can take the best leverage of each and every channel which is being provided to you. And the revenue model basically would be based on last click in a session, or maybe last click in 7 days or 30 days. So similarly, you have Raman Analysis. Now this is something very, very crucial, because Raman is Netcore's premium AI bot engine, which can help you to understand how your events are performing and what are the underlying reasons behind you seeing a spike, or you seeing a drop in your sales conversions. So a clear indication what has worked in your favor and what has not worked in your favor. So if you're seeing a revenue drop, then there could be definitely some reasons which you need to work on, right? So this would give you an idea where things might have gone wrong. Now, before I discuss more about this feature, just would like to let you know one thing. Netcore CE has a lot of features which are premium features, and a lot of features which are database enabled features, like you need to have a good amount of data, close to 3 or 4 months of data, to get the AI based features, because it's an open secret that AI needs, or machine language basically needs data to work on. Until and unless we don't have data, we won't have this kind of preview or this kind of feature directly available. That is why when you get this platform from day one, you might not have this feature because you don't have enough data. And also there are some commercials involved in this. So if you are going for the base package, I fear that you might lose out on the premium features that the system offers you. So over here, we can see the performance, why there was an app increase launch. Did I do a campaign which has actually favored me to get more and more app launches done? If yes, then what was the special feature which I used in that particular campaign? For example, here you can see I have used the preferred channel functionality to reach out to my customers, which ultimately has increased my app engagement. Now, along with this, you also get predictive reports, like one of the thing is app churn management, where I can get an idea, a fair idea basically, to understand how many customers are going to uninstall my app, which is a very scary thing for any app marketer company. So here we can see we have 3 segments: people most likely to uninstall, people fairly likely to uninstall, and people very less likely to uninstall. So the app churn management feature provides you with the option to reach out to these customers through any of the channels available, so that we can at least try to arrest some of the app churns. Right. And then we have the personalization and the product performance dashboards, where you can see how the personalization has worked in your favor, what has been its contribution in the overall business generation, how much of impact it has made into your product purchase events, what is the CTR difference that you see. So basically it's a concept where you try to personalize a web page for the customer, in which products which the customer has seen or which he's interested in, only those products are basically shown to the customer in the website homepage. So you can see the CTR differences in cases where we have applied personalization and where we have not applied personalization. So this dashboard gives you an idea about it. And then also there's an AI based recommendation personalization, which also gives you an idea about if we have used any AI based JavaScript integration, then how it has performed in the total product consumption or total product purchase activity done by the customers. It seems I have some issues with display of this page. I'll come back to it later on. Now let's go to the engagement mode. So when I talk about engagement, it's clear that this is something to do with the customer communications. Now we can communicate with the customer either through a direct push, like we send out a message through SMS, we send out an email message, or we send out a notification on the browser, or we do send out a APN, app push notification, on the mobile app itself. But apart from that, also we have indirect communications. Not indirect, actually, it will be more of called as on-site engagement, where you show pop-up messages to the customers when they visit your website and when they visit your mobile app as well. So campaign is something where you do bulk communications, push campaigns. And journey is something where we have more of one-to-one communication happening with the customers. So it's not like somebody sitting at your office and doing a one-to-one communication with all of your customers. That's practically not possible, right? So which is why we have the journey option, which can actually reach out to your customers on one-to-one basis, which happens ultimately, through a workflow algorithm where you put up the rules that when a customer needs to be sent what kind of communication, and at what kind of trigger activity. I'll discuss more about it when I basically enter into journeys. Currently, just understand the concept, right? So, on-site engagement now is, as I told you, when the customer visits your website. So he can be shown a pop-up over there, a small pop-up which can be, uh, looking as a part of the website itself, but it still looks, as a pop-up. It comes as a pop-up over the screen itself. And in-app message also works in the same way. If a customer launches the app or he spends some time on the app, we normally do get in-app pops, right? Pop-ups happening on the screen every now and then. So it should not be irritating. It should be having a context, and definitely it should be not generalized, which is why we have rules to set up the customizations as well. So we have these four major type of engagements that we can create from the platform overview when I talk about customer communications. Uh, I don't plan to see the execution process of each and every campaign in this call. This is basically an introductory call, so I'll just give you a glimpse of how the push campaigns happen and how a sample journey is created, right? So if I talk about a sample or email communication, let's say I have a database of customers and I want to send them a communication. So what I'll do is basically, ideally, if right now I consider that I already have a email list into my system, right? My mailing list in my system. And also I have created one of the templates, the creative part basically. So I can straight away go into my engagement tab and I can click on email. I can select the type of campaign which I want to do. Let's say regular campaign. And over here, I can put the campaign details. I can tag it if I want to, like I'm doing for testing, then I can tag it as test. I can also apply geo tracking code or conversion codes over here in order to see the actual contribution of this particular campaign in my business generation. Next step, I go to select the audience. So the list or the behavior segment, which I have created already in my system, I can choose that over here. How to create a list and how to create segments, that we will cover up in another video, which I already have on my channel, so we can go through that as well. Select the audience. Okay, you can see there options to further optimize this database by selecting options like people who are likely to open or people who are likely to click, send the mailers to them, right? And then you have exclusion filters as well. You go to next step, you put your sending details over here. The subject line. You can optimize the subject line as well. So all of these features, understanding who are likely to open, who are likely to click, or what is the best subject line, or what is the best time to reach them out. These are, again, I would like to remind, these are again AI-based features and ML-based features, which would need a good amount of time to understand the customer behavior, maybe a 2 or 3 months time with minimum number of campaign success. Okay. So once that is available, only then you will be able to use these functionalities fluently. And then you select your template, the creative part. How to create templates, that is also basically discussed in a different video. Now, if we go to the next step, and yes, not to forget, we can also do A/B testing on it. Not just A/B, but A/B, C/D, E level testing. That works wonders for any campaign strategy manager. So here we can define the date and time of the communication publishment, and then you go ahead and click on preview and confirm the campaign delivery by clicking on the save and publish option. This page gives you the clear view of all the details of the campaign. Once you're okay with it, then you click on save and publish or exit and save as draft. Once that happens, you start getting the results also over here, where you can see how many communications have been published, how many sent actually, how many opened, how many clicked, how many converted, and how much revenue you got. So all of the details will be available, and this is a common dashboard for all the channels. So you see email being shown over here, SMS being shown over here, and even browser push and app push notification performance being shown over here. So you can filter this out. You can actually extract date-wise, channel-wise reports also over here. Now, that was a campaign, how to send out a simple bulk push email campaign. And same way you can do it for the rest of the channels as well. App push, browser push, SMS. Now let's see what is this journeys and how this can help me out in automating my daily operations and also increasing my efficiency in the customer connect and the quality of communications that I'm doing with my customers. So here, I would quickly show you one of the examples. So when I want to have something automated, let's say I'm an e-commerce company and I want people who have uh, visited my website, they have seen my products, but ultimately they make me sad by not purchasing those products. So that's a pain area for me, and I would definitely like to reconnect with these customers, maybe try to repitch my products in a different way and see if I can get some sales out of it. Right now, for that, I can go to the engage with user mode journey, and I can go to the journey mode over here, and I can basically select my industry type. Now here, you have the liberty to create your own workflow algorithm, but Netcore, thought of having this idea where we can try to build up, few workflows in the system that can actually help any customer who is not so tech savvy or who is not very well versed with the automation workflow creations. So we try to, build some generic use cases depending on the industry type. So as I told you, for an e-commerce, generally the main uh, pain areas are converting the window customers or reducing the shopping cart abandonment process, right? So here, if I select this workflow, okay, and I save it, so it gives me the pre-built skeleton of the workflow. So how basically the blueprint of the workflow would be that a customer views the product, right? Automatically, the system takes a notice of it. It brings the customer into this workflow. The next thing it will do is it will check that within a day, or maybe within an hour, or maybe within, let's say, 6 hours, has the customer done the add to cart or purchase event or not? So if the add to cart or the purchase event is not being done, what can we do? We can try to reconnect with the customer. How? By sending out communications, email communication, SMS communication, browser push communication, or a mobile app communication, even WhatsApp actually. So in this, we would maybe try one or two or maybe three cycle of communications, as you can see. So we will send out the first emailer. We'll again wait for a day to see has the customer went for the purchase or the add to cart activity or not. If still not, then have the second cycle of communication being sent. Every time you might end up having different subject lines. You can play with the idea of having different discount offers, different attractive taglines in the subject. So this would help you to understand what your customer likes and which kind of titles give you the best performance as well. And also ultimately it gives you the sales. which is very important. And if the customer has, let's say, done the purchase, we quietly remove him from this journey, because we don't need to reconnect with the customer for, especially for that product which he has already purchased, right? Doesn't make sense. So this way, this is one of the sample workflows. You can have your own, automation workflows which you want to use over here. You can create by yourself, and then you can use as many channels as you want, whichever is applicable in your case. You can put filters, conditional filters to see, which kind of database needs to be sent, what kind of content. I have a detailed video of the complete automation concept. If you have time, you can just go to my channel and watch out those videos for the automation. Since this is just an introductory call, I'm not going much into details of it, but just giving you an idea of what an automation workflow would look like. Same way, in-app messages or web messages. This is something, is part of on-site engagement. So generally what happens if I go to a website, sorry. So generally I go to a website. So we do get pop-up messages like this, right? So what is this? This is a web message because it comes on the web page. Which web page? The one which has been integrated with the SmartX solution. Okay, I can have it like this, or I can have it on a product as well. Like if I go to this Ragni NX, the moment I click on it, I get to see, okay, on this watch, there is an offer of 30% off. Now, this could be generic or this could be customized. So a few customers, this would be 30%. For a few customers, it could be 20% as well, depending on which bracket the customer falls into. Okay, then we can also show messages to the customer, which can capture some information. For example, I try to search for products on the website. I saw approximately 30 to 40 products, but I didn't like any one of them. Maybe I'm trying to buy a particular model or something which is not available over here. So in this case, what I can do is, I would think that I will come back to this website again and I will see the products, which have low cost or which have a different variant. Right now, I will exit from you. But before I exit, I get this notification, this web message. Now this asks me then there is a offer, 50% offer. Just type in your email and get the offer. I think, okay, now that's a really a good deal. If I get 50% off, I can buy this product. I quickly enter my email address over here, and that is it. I get added to the SmartTech platform. Customer is happy, and me as a marketer is also happy because I'm getting the customer information now, so that I can reach out to him. I can also upsell and cross-sell my other products to the customer. So this is basically how web message helps for any marketer. The one which you get in your notification screens over here on the right hand side. So generally these basically are browser push notifications. So browser push notifications basically are sent by companies, which generally comes into your desktop notification center, or it also at times comes directly on the screen. Depends what is the engagement, what mode he's using in. So in screen sharing mode, generally it goes directly into the notification center. So this is called as browser push notification. And what we saw over here, the red pop-up which we got, that was a web message. So web message is on-site engagement and browser push notification is off-site engagement. So many times I do get questions from the customers. They want to know what is off-site and what is on-site engagement. So a clear indication: anything which happens on your website, on your mobile app, right? Within the mobile app or within the website, that is called as on-site engagement. And anything which happens outside your website or outside your mobile app, that is called as offsite. So email, you can say, is offsite communication. SMS is offsite. Browser push notification is offsite, and app push notification is also offsite communication because they come outside the website or outside the app. You get emails in Gmail inbox, right? You get notifications in your system tray, mobile system tray, right? Or notification center, right? You get SMS in your SMS section of your mobile. So these are basically not part of your website, correct? That is why we call it as offsite. So we have these engagement modes to communicate with your customers. And to support this, we have audience management, where you can upload your database, you can add data into the system, you can create customer behavior by segments, you can manage your customer attributes, and also you get a detailed view of your customer database in form of all contacts. So how many contacts you have, and basically if in case you want to have a CRM kind of a view of your customers, where we log the micro activities as well. Let's say for this customer, if I click on it, I get to see what is the timeline of his engagement, whether email, whether SMS, whether he has seen an in-app message, or whether he has done the add to cart on my website, not on any other website. Okay, so we can track, Netcore can track only those activities which happens on the website or the mobile app that is integrated with the SmartTech CE solution. Okay, so here we can see all of those events and activities done by the customer, which are basically connected to those assets that are integrated with the SmartTech solution. We are going to bring a lot of other things as well over here, like product metrics, revenue, and channel, just in build a pipeline that can actually help you to understand the customer profile in a much more detailed manner. Right. So yeah, and then you can manage your own list. So you can upload list into the system, maybe from your CRM via API, or you can do manual CSV upload. Again, I have a very detailed video of how to upload data into the platform. You can see that as well. Segment is something which is very, very crucial to understand, because if you're using all the channels and if you basically want to get a user behavior based segment for your marketing campaigns, and that is the best strategy, I would say, because sending to all of the customers doesn't make sense, right? It is heavy on cost, and plus it also does not gives you a better engagement rate, and at times it might demotivate you to reconnect with the customers. So especially for that, we create segments basis on customers website behavior or customers communication behavior, like who all have opened my emails in the last 1 month, or who have clicked on my email links, or who have clicked on my SMS link, right? uh, Also, if I have any customer attributes within my database, like customer city, location, age, right? So I can use that also over here, like people who are between the age 30 to 40, or people who stay in Mumbai, right? I can use those conditions over here, provided they are part of my database, which is there on SmartTech. And of course, the behavior data. So on the app or on the website, what kind of activity they have done. As per that, I can create a segments over here. People who have, let's say, already availed my offer on the website or maybe on the app. If they have done this offer, then select them and put them into this segment. So like this, I can create multiple conditions, not just one, but I can create multiple conditions. Up to 15 conditions I can add over here. So I can either use my list or segments for my customer connect, or I can use my company database as well. We also have a predictive layer of segment. Again, this is an AI based premium feature. So this will let you know who are your customers to be targeted. And then you have other functionalities like FB customer audience control group, which every customer audience basically is not a channel over here. It's just a connectivity which we have given to the marketer so that he can connect his data to Facebook customer advert management. Okay. And also the next important thing is the content management. So a lot of times, the marketer's biggest challenge is the content part. He has everything, but he has, challenges creating the right content for the customers with personalization, with optimization, with responsiveness, right? So these are the key things which any marketer would like to see in his customer communications, and that is why we have given the liberty to the marketer to either upload a already built creative in the platform, like a pre-built HTML, or he can create the templates by himself via drag and drop editors. To give you an idea, this is an email, and email being the most complex communications, right? So we can directly upload the HTML over here given to me by my creative team, or I can choose the drag and drop option over here. I'll just give you a glimpse of how easy it is on drag and drop builder to create a simple email template. So normally what we get from the brand team or maybe a creative team is an image, in this case image, or maybe some kind of text preview. So we can use that over here. First I can create my framework, and then I can basically add the content over here. Could be an image content, could be addition of button, could be my social, could be a text, right? So what happens now here, I can build up right from the scratch how my email should look like. I can start with content area background color. Okay, I can start with changing my layout background color as well. Okay, I can increase or decrease the overall size as well of the mailer. I can change the font color as well. Okay, I can add the images over here. Okay, I can just click on the image and I can insert it. I can upload images from my system as well. So I can use the concepts, a lot of images over here. I can also choose to basically use a free image, which means I can actually download a copyrighted image from the library, which we have over here. Search free photos. So I can click on import. I can get the image in my gallery and I can just use it over here. So no need to worry about the copyright issues over here. These are pre-copyrighted images that you can use absolutely for free. And then you can hyperlink these images with the URL that you want. You can reduce or decrease the size as well. Again, there is a video of this as well on my channel. You can go through it. Right now, I'm just skipping it out. Just wanted to give you an idea how easy it is to use the creative part over here. So like this for all the channels, for APN, for BPN, app push notification, browser push notification, you can use your creative ideas. You can use the drag and drop module to create your templates that suit your campaign needs. Finally, we have the analytics, wherein you can see the results in a different manner, not just the regular open clicks and the engagement, but apart from that, how a communication has helped you to reach out to the final goal, where customers have dropped out, how you can reach out to them, right? So if you have sent out an API notification, then out of that, how many customers went ahead and clicked on it? How many did the launch? How many actually did the conversion on the mobile app? And if at each stage, if you see people are getting dropped out, right? then who are these customers who have dropped out? I need to reconnect with them. So it gives me the clear option to save this database as a segment, and this segment I can then use in my retargeting campaigns. So this is one type of actionable analytics which we have. Another type of actionable analytics that we have is RFM, which gives you an idea about who are your star engagers, who are your dormant engagers, depending on what activity you select. Star means people very high on recency and very high on frequency. Also very high on purchase if the purchase event is added, which means for these customers, I have to give them rewards. And people who are opposite to it, dormant, who have not given me a good or decent performance in terms of engagement or maybe in purchase. So for them, I need to have heavy incentives, which can prompt them to get reconnected with my brand. So there are 9 segments which can be used for different kind of campaign purposes, for new customers, for hesitant customers, for promising customers. This actually helps you to design or understand your campaign much better. Right. So that is about the analytics part. And then you have the settings option. This takes care of all your integration needs. So whether you're going to connect your website to this platform, whether you're going to connect your mobile app to the platform, or whether you're going to connect any FTP or web application or any custom activity or plugin, everything will be connected over here. This is the integration powerhouse of the system. Initially, when you get the account, this may be blank. So, you'll have to get things added over here, like you'll have to get your website added over here. You have to put up the website details, and you'll have to add the FCM credentials if you want to activate the browser push notification, right? And same way, even for custom activities, like which activity of your website you want to monitor or you want to transfer over here, so that you can use them for your automation workflows. So you have to get those also integrated and activated over here. The integration process is very simple and generally takes maximum 3 to 4 days for getting things integrated, ideally. But at times we have seen, due to some complexities, it can go beyond 1 week as well, 1 week to 2 weeks. But don't worry, we will have a support system to give you the guidance on the same. And then finally, you have the profile management, where you can actually change your basic settings of the platform, your account configuration. So you can basically change the frequency capping limit on your communications. You can have the test contact management done over here, right? And also you can manage your user management profile. So how many users you want to create, what access you want to give them, so that they can be dedicatedly assigned a task. So if someone is from reporting, he can see the reporting pages. Someone is from content, then he can only see the content pages, creative pages basically. So that way you can give them all, none, or owner access over you. So guys, platform wise, this was a very short preview of the complete product. I mean, short for me at least. Of course, there are detailed videos. We do conduct detailed workshops as well. If you want to get a workshop done for your account, connect with your sales manager and request him for the workshop. And we also have documentations that you can see in the platform over here. Just go to the option help center and you can have the complete text or white paper documentation available over here. Okay. For videos, you can just connect with your sales manager. They will share you the YouTube link as well. All right, then, people. I think this was somewhat very descriptive about the SmartTech CE solution provided by Netcore Cloud. I hope you liked it, and if any feedbacks, just feel free to give it to us. Thank you. Have a nice day.